Some people don't complain, they don't explain what hurts, and they don't ask to be understood. They carry pressure quietly, adjusting themselves instead of the world around them. Pain becomes something to manage internally, not something to share. Over time, endurance turns into an identity. Strength becomes silence, and silence becomes routine. But what looks like resilience from the outside is often a learned response, a way of surviving by taking up less emotional space. This is the psychology of silent endurance. It begins as a response to environments where expressing pain didn't feel safe, where needs were overlooked, minimized, or quietly discouraged. So endurance became useful. Staying composed reduced conflict. Silence kept things stable, and stability felt like survival. Over time, this pattern stops feeling situational. It starts to feel like character. By the end of this, you'll understand why some people endure instead of express, and why letting others see the weight can feel harder than carrying it alone. For many people, silent endurance is learned early. When expressing emotions led to dismissal, tension, or consequence, restraint became safer. So feelings were contained instead of communicated. The body learned to absorb discomfort without reaction. The mind learned to normalize carrying weight alone. Over time, this creates a quiet self-reliance. Not because support isn't needed, but because it wasn't dependable. Endurance becomes automatic. Expression begins to feel risky. Calm appears on the surface. But internally, effort is constant. In daily life, silent endurance looks like reliability. You show up, you handle things without complaint. You're the one people depend on, the one who doesn't make problems bigger than they need to be. You rarely ask for help, not because you don't need it, but because you're used to managing alone. Emotions are processed privately. Stress is absorbed quietly. From the outside, this looks like strength. From the inside, it often feels like carrying everything without relief. Over time, the cost accumulates, not in dramatic ways, but in exhaustion that goes unnoticed. Silent endurance has a cost that's easy to miss, because it doesn't collapse loudly. It wears you down slowly. Fatigue shows up in subtle ways. Less patience, a constant background tension. Joy feels muted. Rest doesn't fully restore. And often, you don't recognize the strain as strain. You call it responsibility, maturity, being capable. Awareness begins when you question that story. When you notice how much effort it takes to stay composed. Endurance kept you functional, but it may also be keeping you from feeling supported. This isn't about becoming expressive overnight. It's about allowing endurance to soften into something shared. Silent endurance doesn't mean you're weak. It means you learned how to survive quietly. You adapted to environments where holding it together felt safer than falling apart, where strength was measured by how little you asked for. But endurance was never meant to be permanent. It was a response, not a life sentence. You're allowed to let effort become visible, to let support exist outside of you. Because real strength isn't how much you can carry alone. It's knowing when you no longer have to.